Buddy, it's that time. Time to get 8 inches high. With me, Esquire. And my very, very, very special guest friend today is Lola La Minx. Reveal! Hi, Lola!
Hi!
Oh my god, you're just somebody who has crossed the streams in such an amazing way. I do a lot of things at the Pack Theater.
Yeah.
Where you are somewhat worshipped.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Talked in hushed tones, like, I discovered Lola La Minx. I'm like, nah, I think she discovered herself. Hey, Erica Curry, if you're watching this, I know Erica watches.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Oh.
That was so strange. I don't know if you know the story of how we met.
I've heard it, but please tell it.
Yeah,
it's a great story.
It's so weird. Aaron and I, my husband, we were like doing one of our acts for this, I don't even remember what it's called. I actually just got in a car accident on the way to this audition.
Of course.
Which is horrible, and I was like, okay, awesome, figure that out later. Like one of those like quintessential LA things. Like, I just got in a car accident, but let me just go ahead and brush myself off and I'll just do my act or whatever. So I did that. And then afterwards, we were outside and we had our puppet out there and I was in my devil costume looking all crazy. And Erica walked by and she's like, excuse me, you look, I like this. If you ever want to do a show, here's my information.
That's
and I was
great,
just like,
but
that's
you need
so
to be
weird.
10 times louder to be Erica's like, hey, I like you!
Indeed.
Yeah.
But it was a very funny, like, it's one of those things. And that's oftentimes the coolest things that have ever happened to me are those kinds of ways where I just meet someone randomly. I'm not trying. It just happens, So, yeah, that was very,
it's
very
a good thing. It's great when you have your, like, I think when you're being your truest, fullest self, you kind of ping other people like you.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this is what it was supposed to be like. I don't know, for me, I've had a very long, awkward phase. I've always been me, but, like, I've always felt like I had to hide me because I feel like LA was too cool when I moved here.
Mm-hmm.
I moved here in 99.
Wow.
It was not very cool. It was... I mean, it was better than home. I come from Idaho, where, like, a party back there is like, we got a couch, moved it outside, we got a babysitter for my sister and my child. Alright, I don't know why you have both the same age. Got a carton of cigarettes and a 24-pack of Michelob.
Yeah.
I'm like, alright, we're going to the store to get some wine.
Oh,
Except they card back home.
Oh, yeah.
Here, it's like you just go to the corner market, you're 19, I'm like, yeah, sure, here's your
whatever.
booze wine. Enjoy not getting drunk.
Yeah, enjoying throwing up. Sugary ass shit.
And you're from Central, right? Central California?
Yeah, I'm from,
Yes.
I usually say I'm from Fresno, because that's the biggest town,
Ooh.
and I did, that was the last place I lived in that area, but I'm actually from Chowchilla, which is an even smaller area, which is...
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, that's okay.
I did the thing where, like, my volume's up.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're watching, we're at now. We're watching us now. Okay, there we go. There you go. Hey, Susan. Yes, Candace, check it out. It is Coraline, and there's going to be a special feature.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have to wait for that one, but
So near
it's pretty cool.
Fresno, but not. That's sad when you have to say near Fresno.
Yeah, it's called Chowchilla. It's a very, very small town. The only reason why the population is the size it is because of the women's prison. That's in the same area. Otherwise, it would be like, I don't know, 10,000 people. Less than that. It's like really small. So then I graduated and we moved to Madera, which is slightly bigger.
Nice.
Stayed there till I was in high school, and then my sophomore year of high school I moved to Fresno. And that was a big step, moving to the big city.
God.
And then I went to community college for 2 years, and then I went and I moved to Northridge, and I went to school there. So that's how I got to LA.
That's a nice way. I went from Idaho to Pasadena.
Ooh.
That's an over the rainbow experience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, eggs are more expensive here. Though these are the takeaways I took away at 19 coming out. And it's like, eggs are more expensive, but and when it rains, it really seriously rains. That song is stupid. Never rains in California, my ass.
No, well, that's why I'm wearing a raincoat, just in case.
It could rain.
You never know. I mean, I don't know about you, but I was on a walk, like, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and all of a sudden it started thunderstorming and raining out of nowhere. So, I'm sorry, you can't ever be too prepared.
No, I thought, like, first time I was out in the rain, I was like, oh yeah, I only have to walk 2 miles to school. I'll be fine in my khaki pants and Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, God.
Then I come into my finals fully drenched, and angrier than ever. I went to an acting school, acting conservatory, where they were temporarily placed in an abandoned Xerox building, where if you gotta learn the greats, you gotta learn an abandoned Xerox building in Pasadena.
Wow.
Now they're by Muppet Studios, and I'm like, fuck you
Upgrade?
guys. Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
But no, I'm finding my Xerox building education.
Yeah.
Hard knocks.
I went to conservatory as well, and we were in the same building as telemarketers. So,
well,
it's not also nearly as bad as a, Xerox building. But,
still sounds like the ITT Technical Institute of Dramatic Arts.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like right down the hallway. I mean, luckily we didn't have any sharing walls or anything. It was just like the building right next to us. But...
See, we had construction workers because they were getting ready to tear it down. Like they'd poke their heads down in the dressing rooms. They're like, "Oh, never mind."
Oh my god! In the dressing room?
Yeah, it was like ceiling cap, but it was just the construction workers. Like, "Oh, sorry."
Wow. That could be slightly traumatizing. Like just expecting
Thank
people
God
to come out of your ceiling.
I was young and stupid. I was like, I'm living! Yeah, because also in comparison to the Idaho parties, they come out here with actors and young kids who, I was sitting next to my class at 18. We have people who are 30 and in their late 20s. People who could buy booze and have had real booze before.
Yeah.
And mixed drinks.
Yes!
So it's I'm going back home. I was like, does anybody know how to make a White Russian? And I was like, what? It's from the Big Lebowski, guys! What? Oh, I don't know. Fresno's the big city. I can't.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's where it's at. I mean, it has its little pockets that are okay, at least it has that little area,
What is the art scene in Fresno like?
I don't know what it is now. When I was growing up, I did a lot of theater. They did have a really great theater there called good. Roger Rocca's Dinner Theater. It was all musicals, and they had 6 shows a year, and they had this pre-show for kids to be in, and I was in every single one. And,
naturally.
Yeah, of course. And so I was in a lot of plays growing up there, and that was in the really small. I mean, it's maybe 2 blocks. It's really small, but I mean, it's something. But I don't really know, because by the time that I was really into what could be an art scene, I left. Yeah. So I mean, growing up though, it was good. It was legit.
That's
I learned
something.
A lot. Yeah.
We did. Our arts program consisted of high school for 3 years.
Yep.
You could take drama. That's it. Otherwise, I got into it through Campfire Boys and Girls doing skits. We did skits. I took everything so seriously, it was the last drop of water on earth. I was thank you. I'll take this line, I'll make it something. Can I direct? You're 6. I can direct.
But I know how.
So knew how.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a little better now, because now they have it in junior high as well. But once a year, for a couple of years, Missoula Children's Theater came around. And for a week,
yeah, I've heard of that actually.
It was, oh god, it was finally feeling like you belong somewhere. It's I will do anything to be in this. Mm-hmm. Just keep me around for this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fresno does have now, though, I know quite a few other theater companies that are there and thriving, as well as some other art scenes are happening down there as well. My mom still lives there, so she updates me with the cool places to go in Fresno. So
See, I update my bestie, CK Kimball.
Yay!
I sent her a snapshot of the headlines from my hometown, which mostly comprise of community getting together about park.
Yeah.
It just really runs Lady Tigers continue to go. She doesn't know what any of these mean, but she loves it.
Yeah.
And we comment all the time. I also discovered that my hometown has live streams their city meetings now, which I'm I gotta get on all this.
Oh, shit.
I've gotta get in. Have you been watching the Sacha Baron Cohen show?
No, but I've heard some stuff about it.
The best character is the super liberal character who supports the Clinton Foundation, and he names drops that everywhere he goes. And he does this town hall meeting, which is so unforgettable, and he tricks them into full on admitting they're racist. It's
whoa.
Just he's we're gonna bring in a lot of jobs in this town. Yeah, we're gonna build a mosque. What?
Oh my god.
And they get so mad. It's now I know why they didn't want us to bring our guns.
Oh my god.
It's It's absolutely amazing. It is well worth the hype.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
have to watch it.
But anyway, other things I want to talk. If you don't know who Lola La Minx is, I think I probably should have started with that. But I think people are now
That's alright.
in.
That's alright.
She is a tremendous fucking talent.
Oh, you're so sweet.
If you see her perform, you will want to step your pussy up. You're one of those kind of performers. Like I watch your stagecraft. You're a genius prop maker.
Thank you.
Like you don't overthink it. It's like, what's the essence? What will convey to the audience? Here it is. And people are just like, yeah, that's what that is. That you've taken me down to that place. I guess Fresno Dinner Theater did you right.
They worked me hard. Well, and I went to acting conservatory. Gotta give them a little props there too.
Of course.
Yeah.
But we all know if you take anybody can take a class. It takes somebody to own a stage. Yeah, and also, I go through Donovan's photos. Like I call the what the fuck photos every month. It's like here from the 3,000 you took, 1,000's of the floor. I don't know why. It's like I need to capture the essence of the maple syrup from 2 years ago. But yeah, it's like I gotta admit this is the bitchy part of 8 inches high. I look at some girls' photos. I'm like, you don't know where your light is. You don't know where your light is. You don't know how to stop, take a moment, convey, and they get 5 pictures that I pick, and then I'm like, okay, I got 50. I gotta call this down to the best. I have to figure out what tells the best parts of the story, because not even you want to go through 50 pictures.
Oh no, that's a lot. Well, and first of all, I can't decide which one I like. It's like, oh well, that's pretty much close, but look at my face, and you're so picky on yourself. So
of course,
yeah.
And it's like your last bit, you did a serial killer, and it was fucking brilliant. Every picture, face, light, eyes, bright, boom. It's like you just.
I found my light, girl. I
know.
found my light there. I was like, there, right there.
Honestly, if I can give one piece of advice to anybody who does theater in LA or anywhere, find your light. Watch all 24 cycles of America's Next Top Model. You'll understand why Tyra's so adamant about this.
Mm-hmm. It's the warm spot,
Exactly. If you can feel the light, and if your eyes hurt, you found it.
That's
you
it.
found it.
Yeah. Are you struggling? You found your light.
Pretty much.
Yeah, serial killer was super fun. I really enjoy making those crazy outfits in my head, and then I'm like, let me put them in real life, and it's like that transition from mine to in my hands is always like, what did I just do? Like,
right?
It's pretty special. It's pretty magic. That's why I love burlesque, because I get to do that for myself,
Absolutely.
I was really into theater. Like, I love theater, but I don't like the lifestyle, I don't want to live in a suitcase, and not that everybody does that, but a lot of people to succeed have to move around, you have to kind of like always get rejected or get hit or miss, and I've watched some of my friends in the conservatory and other friends I have that do theater and, struggle with that, and it's just like, I'm sensitive, for a long time it got me down, because I was just like, I don't know. And then I found burlesque, and I was like, oh shit, I can do what I want to do. The weird shit that goes in my head, and I'm all of a sudden, let me do a serial killer act where I murder cereal. That sounds great.
A beautiful corset and boots made from cereal boxes.
Yeah.
Like, that shit looked high class. Like, if I saw that on the Wish app for $15, I'd be like, oh, that's a steal.
Yeah. Oh, man. They took some time, but they were well worth it. I was, like, panicking that I was going to get some milk or something weird on the shoes, but they made it through.
It worked.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
thank you.
First thing I saw you in, I think, this is where, because I know this is the first time I definitely talked to you, was when you did your Sharing Needles act.
Oh, that one, yep.
Number one, let's just talk about the fact that Sharing Needles was truly the breakthrough queen of RuPaul's Drag Race, because that kind of invited the weirdness in that I think so many girls are now like, I could do weird.
Yeah, that's why I really loved her, is because it was just like, whoa, you're not afraid to be ugly, you're not afraid to be gross. And she was the gateway for me for a lot of other drag queens that I started to really enjoy based off her, what she was talking about herself. And just like, I found Divine, I found, some of these other amazing queens that I was just like, oh my God, you can be ugly and be amazing and still be sexy somehow. Like, that's the best thing to me. Like, when I do burlesque, I'm like, I want people to go, oh, ew, that's like a goal. Please say ew. Or be like, what the fuck is she doing? Or just be like confused as to why you're like
turned on,
but also like she's doing something really gross. Like, I always kind of say like that if anytime I'm sexy, it's on accident, because I don't like think in my head like, be sexy. Like, that's like the gateway to like destruction for me. Like, I always try to think of like, well, an intention. It all comes from acting, you know. So and my secret is that my husband, he directs all my stuff. So I usually have him, you know, take a look, see if anything is clean. So that's probably another reason why I do find my light well, because he's like, where's the light gonna be? You know, let me put my director's wig on. Okay, here we go. You know,
that's a good partner.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's really nice because, you know, it's always nice to have a set of eyes because I'm so distracted by what I'm doing.
Of course.
That I want everything to read clear all the time I spent on the costume. You know, I want the stuff to read.
Yeah,
and,
you were a consummate storyteller, let me tell you. It's like every time it's like, I'm going to go from point A and I'm going to go to point Z. And like that, for like something, because like I get bored easy. Mm-hmm. I'm a comedian. I like it short. My rules for writing and performing is like, am I entertained writing this? Am I entertained acting in it? And would I be entertained watching this? Mm-hmm. And I feel like so many people forget those last two things. Like, you know when somebody kind of hates what they're doing. It shows so thoroughly. Yeah. You relish every part of it, which makes it so much fun for the audience.
Yeah. I really have a good time. It's like, I don't know. I have to do it. Like, I'm like a little bit addicted to it, I think. Because I'm like, oh, I only have 4 shows this month. Oh, I better get a 5th. Or, oh my God, I can't believe I have 2 weeks I have to not do burlesque. What am I going to do? Come up with another act, bitch. Like, you have plenty of time.
Yeah. But, I'm at the point where I'm like, I need to stay home if you know. I get so exhausted. Like last month, I put on my play. I wrote a play, which starred two of the producers of What the Fuck-Lesque, Liz Stockton and Nina Minnelli. You know, they're called Liz Minnelli. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do my talk show like 4 times a week so I could get my 10 hours in. Basically, if I stream 10 hours, I get a little bit of money.
Nice.
So it was like, I gotta hustle for that. And then I was like, I have my improv team, I have my bits that I'm trying to do, and I'm like, why am I doing this again?
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to take it a little more easy, but then it's like, I have a plan for designing women nights that went out in Georgia. So I'm a parody that it's gonna take time.
Yeah.
But I just got back into designing women. Fucking love that show. I got off track. Let's see. Hey, Deb is watching. Deb Cavis. Hey, Deb.
Hey, Deb.
That's it so far. See. Other questions I've always wanted. I would love to talk to you about Drag Race. I don't think we've actually had a good talk about Drag Race on the show before. I don't know why. But that show to me, like when I caught it season 1, it was like they were doing like a marathon of all the shows. And like I saw Nina Flores and I'm like, oh, holy fuck.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I know this may be controversial, but that bitch should have won.
Fucking
and BB, don't get me wrong, she was great. She had great outfits. I just loved Nina's personality, and she was like one of the first like Sharon Needle types, where it was just like, I'm an androgynous, I'm me, whatever judges, you know, like I'll try to like fit into what you need. But they weren't really like that at that time in the show. It was more just like, do your thing. You couldn't
even see that because of all that petroleum jelly on the lens.
Exactly. Yeah. I love that. I love the first season.
She was also, I remember like she had like these beautiful feather cuffs. One's like, you're just like a Bernie, and she's like, "Caw!" without even like no prompting. I'm like, you could tell she was silly. She didn't take herself too seriously and was just confident whenever she did, even when she couldn't master the language or anything. Also, introduction to Puerto Rico queens, which I didn't know were a thing.
Oh my God, I know, and that also to me just made me fall in love with her, because it's just like, you to like be a person who goes to another country and like doesn't speak like the language fluently, like that's not their first language, and to go in there with what she had, like, not that, I mean, she's very good at speaking English, no doubt, you know, I don't think she had there was no language barrier there at all, that's not what I'm saying, but like, I was just really impressed with that, because it's like, that's some balls, like, seriously. Absolutely. You know. And I loved all of her outfits, I love her attitude, even when she came on All Stars, I was just like, hell yeah. I was sad she left early. I was like, damn it.
Tammy, for crying out loud.
Who I also love.
Who doesn't love
Tammy? Tammy is insane, and I love her so much.
It's like, why are we only getting tiny snippets of Tammy? I think we just have to go see her live.
It's because Tammy is a firecracker. She will, like, she does not let RuPaul come at her. No. She will come right back at RuPaul 10 times more and say some crazy shit that no one understands. And everyone will be like, okay, Tammy, whatever, you know.
I still say walk children in nature.
Oh, me too. All the time. Especially when I'm in nature. Yeah, right? Absolutely. I see you walking children in nature.
See, for me, like, the whole drag movement happened, you know, like, RuPaul came out in the 90s. And, like, I've always been a dork, and I've always had a handsome quality about my femininity. And I look like unshapen dough, and I was very like, oh, I can't wear Bonnie Bell peppermint chapstick to school. People will notice my lips are soft and that I want to look nice. Rub up before I get to school. And then, like, drag happened, like, you know, RuPaul came out, Priscilla Queen of the Desert came out.
Oh my god, I love that movie.
One of the best soundtracks of all time, because you get a sampling of ABBA, you get a sampling of Patti Page, Vanessa L. Williams to connect you, like, so many great songs. And I was just seeing people who were so confident that they could be another gender, and they didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, they gave a fuck because some people wanted to kick their ass,
right.
But it was just... It's been very powerful for me, and like to see drag become so mainstream now is like it's just kind of a gag.
Yeah, I love drag queens. I actually have a giant shower curtain with Alaska as little pound cake above where I get ready for burlesque, because I just want a reminder that you can look like that and people will still take you seriously.
Oh yeah,
because she has a giant clown face on it, and it's fucking phenomenal, and she's flipping off. You know, it's fantastic. So. I love drag queens, and I love drag queens because they push the boundaries, you know, like, I don't know, there's something about watching a queen and being like, sorry to be crude, there's a dick there, like, what, you're a man, but you are, like, beautiful, and because of your artistry, you know, because you know how to, like, wear clothes for your body. It's like, what the fuck? I don't know some of those tricks that you're using. Shit. No. Like, teach me.
But I use it. I remember I went to audition for American Idol, and to learn how to do makeup, I went to a drag queen's tutorial because I wanted cheekbones.
Yeah.
I learned how to cut a cheek, and I looked good.
Yeah.
Did not. I only made it to the reject stage, but Simon
you had those
said
cheekbones.
my name.
Yeah, and you had those cheekbones.
I had those cheekbones. Have you been watching Pose?
Yes. Okay. I don't think I'm up to date yet, but I've been watching it. I think I've seen like 4.
That's pretty good.
4 in?
There's only 8.
I know yeah. I gotta get on it though.
Oh my god. It is, guys, if you have not seen Pose, okay, seriously, my fingers look terrible because I've been chewing them to the nub because I've been so busy, but you, watch Pose. It's fucking Shakespeare. It's like amazing. Somebody took my dream journal of like, hey, little Eve loves Paris is Burning and would love to see this dramatized.
Yes.
We're making dreams come true. That's why every episode I'm like, oh,